Hey, baby, it's Bonnie DeShong. This is Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98 Music for Your Soul. As I already told you, I'm Bonnie DeShong, and I am here with my friends. Hey, Chat Daddy.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
Wonderful. Another beautiful Saturday, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be back here with you to talk about everything under the sun.
And we also have my super duper producer and my radio child, Drew Sean Williams. How's it going, Drew?
In the words of Teddy Pendergrass, where all of my
Oh God, that's okay, boo.
friends.
That is quite all right. That is quite all right. Well, I am glad to see all of my great people. I am. So, are we ready to get started this week?
Lego.
Yes, we are. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, let me get us situated here.
All right.
Bud Billiken Parade is today.
Oh,
Is
Yay!
anybody going?
I'm
Yes.
here. I'm here.
Mhm.
I'm
Wait a minute, y'all awfully quiet about it now.
technically I'm here because I'm actually working parts of the parade right about now, and for me to be back in Washington Park. Gotta love it. There's nothing like Bud Billiken Parade, and that means one thing in Summertime Shy. Summer's almost over.
Yes, it does. Time for school to start. And here in Chicago, school is starting on the 22nd. Now, Art, do you remember your very first Bud Billiken?
Oh my God, you're trying to date me, Bonnie. Yes, I do. I remember when I actually worked for the Chicago Defender and being a part of the Bud Billiken Day Parade. Just the magic, the excitement, the number of people who came out. And I'm gonna tell you guys this: some of the best barbecue ever can be found along the Bud Billiken Parade route. Now, people would bring their grills out and they would hand us burgers, hot dogs, you name it. But it's, one of the biggest celebrations of the year. It is one of the largest parades in the country, with this being the 93rd annual, and it's back after a 2-year hiatus due to the pandemic. I am excited, I'm ready, and I'm looking forward to all the magic that will happen today.
Well, the one thing I have to say is I when I can move to Chicago in 77, okay, I heard about this Bud Billiken parade, but it wasn't until the 80s when I was actually in it when I was working with WGCI. And the thing about it is, I kept saying, well, who is Bud Billiken? Who is Bud Billiken? And then they told me that it was a mythical Chinese something that is the protector of children. And I said, we've got a black newspaper, the Chicago Defender, and we're celebrating Bud Billiken. Well, all right. It is the most fun I have ever had. I mean, to go down King Drive and see thousands and thousands and thousands of people, like you said, Art, they're barbecuing, they're clapping, the drums are going, the kids from the high schools and everything are all in the parade. And I mean, it's such a wonderful event.
Mhm.
Now, this week is the first one since the pandemic that's been the full parade.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Hmm.
So if
Hmm.
any of you have WLS Channel 7, you can see it there if you can't get out to the parade. But if you can, it's worth battling the crowd and going out there and actually seeing the parade. And the king and queens and princesses and princes of the Bud Billiken, the little kids, they are so cute and so wonderful. And then have fun out in the park afterwards. You'll see um, Jam 90, excuse me, 8 out there passing out things. You'll see other radio stations and places passing out things. So go on out and have a good time.
Hmm.
Guys, this week I went and saw The Devil Wears Prada, the musical.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Y'all did that real good. Y'all
I know we did that on time, like an
See,
R&B group.
we're
really
a unit.
on time. Well, I got to say, that The Devil Wears Prada, the musical, is not ready for New York Fashion Week. It's here in Chicago, and it's getting the kinks out before it goes to Broadway, because you guys know that's what a lot of the shows do. They come here first, and then they get it all together before they go to Broadway. And it's exciting. The voices are great. The music is Elton John's music is wonderful. Um, we spoke with James Alsop last week, and her choreography is down and together. And you're saying, Bonnie, if all of that is cool, what is the problem? When you think of Devil Wears Prada, what's the first thing you think about?
Meryl Streep snapping on her intern, just stone cold for no doggone reason. I still get chills, and I just saw the movie once.
And art?
Oh, I would definitely say, would the devil have on Prada? What about the fashions, the designs? Are they actually in what it represents? Amazing fashions. I think a lot of people would think that's what they're there to see as well, too.
Ding, ding, and a ding. You know, I went and I don't know. I'm going to tell you the good truth right now. I don't know Prada from Frada. Okay. I don't have a clue on whether it's Yves Saint Laurent or Yves Saint Lahou. Okay. But I know when I see how flashy, and when you're looking at the Met Gala and you're looking at Fashion Week, you know, I can tell when something is like, oh dang, you know. You didn't get very many old dames at all. Um, some of the costumes, they had these LeMay costumes that looked a little Maxwell Streetish in a
Oh
way.
my, oh
Yeah,
my.
it went there. So,
Oh,
in my opinion, I think that the downfall was more the fashion. And then the other problem that was there was connection with characters a little bit, especially in the second act. And the guy that plays the boyfriend to Andy, who is the lead, um, he was like, you know, oh, so you're going to Paris? Okay. You're going to break up with me? Okay. I mean, it wasn't any kind of connection there at all. But I gotta say, the young lady that's playing Andy, and her
hmm.
name is, and I'm gonna give it to you, Taylor Iman Jones. Voice is awesome, awesome, awesome. And Beth Lavelle, who is playing Miranda Priestley, baby, she did not play Meryl Streep. She played Miranda Priestley her way, and she worked it. She
Nice,
Wow.
worked it.
nice,
Nice.
nice,
She
nice.
she did, and it was
Mhm.
really really great. So if you get a chance to see it while it's here in Chicago, working out the kinks, go see it. You know,
Mhm.
you'll have a good time, and trust me, the people in the audience, they were dressed up better than the ones on the stage. I'm telling you, it was a sight to behold.
I
Wow.
can imagine. I can only imagine. Chicago and theater goers, yes. Hmm.
Yes, yes, it was big fun. The evening itself was a fun evening. Okay, it just has a little bit that it needs to get together before it goes to Broadway.
Mhm.
All right, guys, you know, we've heard about some people who have left us this past week: Olivia Newton-John, Lamont Dozier, and Roger Mosley. I was just floored.
Mm.
You know, this week has been one of constant boom, 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 back to back to back.
Mhm.
Hmm.
More
Mhm.
so for Roger C. Mosley, because this was a man that was seasoned up there in age, but he made his transition after a car accident, and that was kind of messed up for me on how he, expired the
Mhm.
way that he did. But phenomenal actor, from the Mac to Magnum PI to one of my favorite movies, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. He would definitely be missed.
Oh, I'm telling you, Lamont Dozier, his music is going to be going on for his soul is going to live in all the memories we have with all the music that he created for all of the wonderful, wonderful artists. And Olivia Newton-John, someone said, why is everybody so up in arms? Because she is, Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
Exactly. And she was that hometown girl, and she fought breast cancer for a long time, but she also extended herself out there to help others with it.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John has been just an advocate for those that are battling breast cancer as well as other forms of cancer. She had a hospital in her native Australia. Olivia Newton-John was actually born in England, but was raised in Australia. And I think, Olivia Newton-John was much like Princess Diana to a lot of us. No, you did not know her, but you felt her essence. In the 80s and 90s, her song "Let's Get Physical," which was #1 on the charts for weeks and weeks and weeks, was the song back then. I mean, remember the video was, naughty, but yet suggestive. Her acting abilities. I mean, Grease really was a part of the soundtrack of my life. Sandy was her character in that. And Olivia Newton-John has just always been about peace, hope, helping others. So I really do feel as if she should be celebrated as the icon that she was. And I even heard that Australia is planning on having a state funeral to pay homage to her. So yes, no, I don't care what y'all say. I like Olivia Newton-John because she was devoted to me, faithfully devoted to me. How about that?
That was good. When you said "let's get physical," my mind flew back in time. Because yes, Mommy Dearest had the tights, the spandex tights, and the
leg warmers,
and the band around the head, and I had the big afro, and I was let's get physical. Oh boy, you couldn't tell us we wasn't cute.
Right. You couldn't tell me either. Right. So yes.
Oh, you had
Oh, I had all that too. I did. I had all that too. Yes, and had a belly top to go with it. So yes.
Oh, a lot of us did. Showing off our little no packs back in the day. But our love goes out to every one of their families and fans and everything like that. But what's really strange about when we hear something like this? We take it as if, or at least let me put it, I take it almost like it's a part of my family, because in my mind, I'm thinking of them back when we were interacting with them, back when Grease was out or whatever. We're not thinking that as we age, they've aged. You know what I'm saying? And that one may be 88 years old, but in my mind, they're back in their 30s. And so that's why it seems like it's a shock whenever you hear that someone has passed, like Bill Russell last week, or anyone that is here.
Right. Yeah.
Now, DeShong, you told me that you had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh, I do. Right after the Bud Billiken parade, did you know that Chicago's own Little Rail is shooting his HBO special right here in Chicago at the Chicago Theater tonight?
No.
Yes. Chicago's own Little Rail is coming back to shoot his second HBO special at the Chicago Theater tonight. It was a special invite only, and I was one of the invitees or the person that got free tickets. So next week, I'm going to give you a quick scope of what I thought of his second HBO special being filmed at the Chicago Theater.
Did you get an invite, chat?
I did not. No, I did not.
I didn't get an invite either.
Everybody ain't able, honey. That's what that is, right?
I guess so. I guess we didn't make the list, huh?
I mean, I didn't get no invite for the Devil Wears Prada. Maybe I want to see Miranda Presley slapping her interns on the stage. Maybe.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. We've got to give a big shout out to Marshall Thompson. There has been things all over Facebook. I'm gonna have to call. We got to call Marshall and have him on the show
Yes.
because he's got to, really let us know exactly what's going on. Because on December 4th, he is receiving the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay. Now, this isn't the Kennedy Award, guys, but he is receiving a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. But also on that day, he is receiving an honorary doctorate of philosophy and humanitarianism from a college in Houston. So he's going to be in Houston on December 4th also for that. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is Marshall is doing it to death.
Marshall was busy.
Yes, and why December 4th of all days? I mean,
All
that's
day.
incredible that he would be receiving two honors on the same day. I'd have had to been like, look, I'm busy on that day. Can we do it on the 3rd or the 5th? But yes, but that's very nice. But it's well deserving. He is an icon, a legend, and yes, that is beautiful. So yeah, we would definitely have to talk to him on the show.
Oh, we have got to get him up on the show. My birthday is next week, August 24th, and Marshall's birthday is next week, August 24th. So,
Oh,
yes. So he is going to be at the Country Club Hills. The Shy Lights are going to be out there early September. I think it's the weekend of Labor Day. And
Yes.
he's asked me to come out so that we can have Happy Birthday sung to us together on stage.
oh,
Isn't that sweet?
Oh
that is
yeah. And
very
that's gonna be a
sweet.
treat.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And then is he gonna say, "Tell me, have you seen her?"
Oh, Lord. Now I'm going to tell you something about Marshall and the Shy Lights. Back in the day, in 1970, I was at Illinois State University and the Shy Lights came to ISU.
Hmm.
Baby,
Hmm.
they had the big afros on. I think they were wigs, but we ain't gonna tell them. But they had the big afros on, and it was squirrel and all of them, and they had on these outfits, and we was just yelling, screaming, and fainting, and we got to go backstage and say hello. Now, my cousin jumped in and got a picture with him, but she wouldn't take a picture of me with him.
Oh, you still
How
mad, ain't you?
sad! How sad! How sad!
You still mad, ain't you?
Who you telling?
Mm-hmm.
And that was Polaroid pictures back then,
That was
wasn't it?
Polaroid pictures, right?
Right, right. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
dang. See, because you could
Right.
have just pulled your phone out and got it, but
Mm-mm.
right. Yeah.
Polaroid
Oh
or
no.
either the Kodak camera that had the little cube on the top.
Ooh.
Oh
And
yes,
did we go
yes.
back? You don't remember that, Jushan. Don't even act like
Oh,
you
I've
do.
been around cameras with the cube flash on it. You had to plug it up, and I
Yep.
remember I remember the 35 millimeter cameras. Oh yeah, oh
No, no,
yeah.
no. They weren't 35. They were they were like this thin. You was thin.
Oh, the
They
one
were
where you had to
this
wind it up
thin.
with the bottom.
Right. You had to wind it up and it had the little thing on the top that had the little cube that goes on top for the flash.
Oh, that was actually my
Well,
first camera at the age of 6.
What
Bonnie,
chat?
I'm just so glad you didn't say that they had to throw the black cloth over them, hold the flash up with one hand, and then smoke came out of it after they took the picture. I'm just so glad you didn't say it was then. So thank you, Lord, for Polaroid. Thank you for the little flash cube. Because if you'd have said it was when they throw the black cloth over them and hold the flash up, I'd have been like, dang, yes.
Yeah, it would have been a horrible situation.
Yeah,
History
Yeah.
well, no,
behind that.
not really. It would have just been history. It would have just been a
Yeah,
little
but
more
it would have
history than
made me
right.
look like I was born in 1842. So,
Okay.
In the 19th century, the dear Lord Bonnie has taken the picture of thy lights of the shy.
y'all stupid. Y'all stupid.
Silly,
We have
silly.
a great show today, guys. We have now one. This is one of the things that our chat daddy, everybody, told us all about. And it's about a young lady named Giovanna Lynn who owns JMD Defense Company. And she's going to come on and she's going to tell us all about how to keep your kids safe during school. And not only that, how do you handle guns and stuff? I mean, I'm one of those that want to take a defense class, but I'm afraid to have a gun. And having a gun would not suit me well because it would be locked up in the closet in the back. So if somebody came into my house, it'd be, excuse me, can you just hold it right there? I got to get the key and go get the gun. Okay, I got to load it and everything. But my nieces, they have no problem with it at all. They are all card carriers. So, maybe she'll help me get myself together for that. But we also have the funniest man in the world to me, Mr. George Wallace, is coming on the show tonight.
Wow.
He's going to be here next weekend, the 19th and the 20th, with Myra J. and J. Anthony Brown at Riddle's Comedy Club. So he's coming on to talk about that. So we need to get this show started. So DeShong, what is your choice for today?
This past Thursday is the 49th anniversary of hip hop being discovered in a rec room in the Bronx, New York. So, my ode to hip hop is one of my favorite classic hip hop songs, Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim.
All right. Well, there we go. This is Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98 with Bonnie DeShong and friends. Welcome back to Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98, Music for Your Soul. I'm Bonnie DeShong, and these are my friends, Chat Daddy, who is Art Chat Daddy Sims, the real Chat Daddy, and my super duper producer, DeShong Williams. And today we have an awesome guest with us. We have Giovanna Lynn, and she is going to tell us all about the great stuff in keeping ourselves protected. How are you, Giovanna Lynn?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for this awesome opportunity.
Oh, no problem at all. I'm turning it over to Chat Daddy because he knows all about everything that you do.
Yes. Well, as you guys all know, school is officially starting back. Some students have gone back to school, and other students will be going back to school very shortly. And one of the things that we want to do is to make sure our young people are protected when they go to school, whether it's elementary, high school, and even off to college. My good friend, Giovanna Lynn Donegan, is a security educator, and she does a really great job of helping people to understand what they need to do. Giovanna Lynn, it's an honor to have you here with us. Let's get a little of your background, and then let's get into your tips that you want to share with us.
All right. Thank you, Art, for that introduction. I am a retired federal probation officer. I did that for 25 years. And since 2017, I have been working and owning a safety education business where I teach firearm education, concealed carry, and situational awareness trainings. And so that's what I've been doing since I retired.
Wow.
Very good.
That's totally amazing.
And I don't hear too many Black women owning classes or schools that's dealing with concealed carry or safety as a whole. I rarely hear that, especially in the Chicagoland area. So this is definitely a treat for me.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
one of a few, if maybe just one more, but I know I'm probably the only one that has a brick and mortar dedicated to firearm education.
Nice.
Very good. Well, Giovanna Lynn, you and I always talk about things that we see on social media that are red flags that people do and are not aware of that it's really a red flag. Even first day of school, you and the children standing out in front of the house and the address is in full view. Can you help us to understand a few things that we need to stop doing to better protect ourselves?
Yes, so we know what happens at prom season. We have prom send-offs, and of course, everyone is standing outside, as he said. It did happen to a cousin of mine. They had gone to lunch after graduation, but because they had announced when prom was and what high school, the burglars broke into their home because they knew they would be away at graduation. So now we're, of course, headed to college, and parents, of course, are packing up the vans, letting everybody know that they are heading off to freshman orientation. And the problem with that is no one is usually at home that's left behind because everybody wants to go for the college drop off. So we just have to be a little bit more discreet about the college drop off process. We know that when they get to the college, they're showing the dorm, they're showing which dorm the student is in. And I would just be a little cautious about that because you don't want anyone to prey upon that child wherever they're going to school. So that is just one of the things that I've been seeing online that we need to be a little bit more cautious about.
Well, you're right, because people have a tendency to put all their business online, and you really shouldn't. I mean, and I didn't even think about kids going to you take a picture of the kids' dorm and what's going on in the dorm and the school and everything. I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah, parents, I mean, we're just excited and we're not thinking that criminals are always watching and lurking and ready to pounce. So we just have to be thinking 10 steps ahead of them during this process.
Mm-hmm. Javonda Lynn, I wanted to talk about campus safety as well too. When a lot of these young people go off to school, want to study late night, want to kind of go to the library, what are some things that we can do to keep our females and males safe on these college campuses?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing, when my daughter went away to Clark, I was very impressed with some of the security measures they had put in place because her dorm was on the tail end of campus, and they were concerned about guys getting, having access to the young ladies because of all the strip clubs in Atlanta. And so what I did was I made sure I got to know and introduce myself to some of the police officers. I said, look, I'm retired law enforcement, and look out for these young ladies. So as a parent, if I wasn't in law enforcement, I would definitely say to them, get to know the security officers because they'll look out for your children. The kids should get to know the security officers that are on the campus. And then when they're going to parties or to any activity on campus, go with somebody, have a buddy system. Make sure that you let people know where you're going to be if you're going to be studying at the library late. And some of the campuses now, if they don't already, have escort systems. So I would utilize those because you know what happens? We are in Chicago and our heads are on swivel 24/7. When our kids go away to school, no matter what college, they forget that, they need to be on alert because people can walk on a lot of these campuses and you don't know if any of these students are predators or some of the staff members. You hope not. But I just tell students to be as cautious as possible. You don't have to feel like everybody is out to get you, but I would still be concerned that something could happen any place.
Well, that's true, because I remember when I went off, we all at night, back in the 70s, you didn't think about anybody messing with you. Could walk all over campus at any given time and that sort of thing. But walk in groups, especially, whether you're male or female, you guys need to walk in groups, especially in the evenings and stuff. And in those parties, what your mom and them used to say, if you get a drink and you put it down, you don't go back to that same drink, and you don't take a drink from somebody that you do not know. And then you test those too, because some of them you may know, you still don't take the drink.
I agree. And let's go beyond just the drink, because a lot of times you'll see the young people dancing at the parties with a drink in their hand. It's going to the bathroom, making sure that if your friend is intoxicated, you're not putting them in an Uber by themselves. You want to make sure that if somebody's going to the bathroom, we're all going to the bathroom together. Or if we're getting in an Uber, we're making sure that somebody's alert and somebody's watching what they're doing. I'll never forget my daughter. I've just tried to make her as safety conscious as possible, but they had jumped in a car. And she said, as soon as they turned the corner, they were on campus freshman year, the man stopped the car and said, I have a flat tire. And she said, it didn't feel right. She said, so you picked us up and you didn't know you had a flat tire? So she was very aware. She called me at the same time so somebody could be on the phone with her. So I always tell people, even when we're here, when you're in an Uber, watch and make sure that they're going in the direction they should for that navigation system. I would have my navigation on at the same time. But kids get in Ubers and they never stop to think about, this person could try to harm us because we've been drinking and we are not 100% at that moment.
Hmm. And we've heard many stories like this before of passengers being attacked by rideshare drivers. Very good. I want to go to your last tip, and then we're going to talk about your free firearm safety class. Um, Javonda Lynn, you said that you took your daughter's keys away from her once she left to go off to college. And I kind of was taken back a little bit, but then once you told me the situation, I understood it. Can you explain it to us in the audience?
Yes. So when your children go away to school, there should be no reason that they pop home. And if they do pop home for a surprise, you don't want them to come into the house and you're not expecting anyone to come in. You could think it's an intruder, and God forbid you have a firearm in the house and you shoot your child. So that's one of the reasons why I try to tell people, do not have. It's no reason for them to have their keys when they're coming home. You're usually picking them up from the airport, or you're aware that they're coming home. So that is really one of the things that I put in place with my daughter, and I've tried to tell as many parents that as possible.
I never would have thought of that.
Mhm.
Wow.
All them times I popped up at home and with my laundry bag. And
Exactly.
I never was, especially in this day and age where
Yes.
people do have guns at the ready.
Right.
And somebody decides, okay, one of the kids come home, I'm just gonna go home and I'll get there about 8 o'clock and open up the door and bam.
And say surprise, and
Yeah.
then the parent has a firearm and they're thinking that it's an intruder, but it's really the child. And those situations have happened over the years, and we just want to make sure that our kids are safe at all times, and the parents.
Okay.
Very good. Well, speaking of that, you have a free class that you are offering on firearm safety. And I just think this is the most noble thing ever. Can you please explain to us how it works and who can be a part of this?
Yes, so I received a grant to focus on families in the African American community and Latino communities who have firearms in the home with children and they do not have a gun lock or a gun safe. Too many of our children are being killed or they shoot someone else. And then, of course, that trauma they have to live with forever because somebody had a gun and it was left unlocked. So I am targeting that audience, not trying to discriminate, but those are the two audiences that I'm focusing on so that they will understand the dangers of leaving a gun unlocked. So the class is 2 hours. It's going to deal with firearm safety, helping them to understand what could go wrong and why it is important to lock up their firearm.
Oh, that sounds so great.
Thank
Yes.
you.
That's a good one. And Javonda Lynn, before you go, I was telling the guys that I have a fear of keeping a firearm in my home.
Hmm.
Because what good would I'd have it locked in the corner in the back in the dark, and I'd have to tell the guy, let me get the key and and get the gun, or even to the point of carrying it in my purse or in a lock in the car. For somebody like me who has I don't know if I want to call it a phobia, what would your suggestion be on either helping me get over it or what?
Well, you're the perfect candidate for all of my classes. I actually created my business for you. I used to be afraid of firearms. Even though I was a law enforcement officer, I wasn't in the field early on in my career because I got promoted pretty early. And I overcame that fear. And now I don't go anywhere without my firearm. And so what I tell people is the first thing to do is, of course, to take a class so you understand and demystify the gun. Guns don't just jump off of the table. So we have an intro to firearms class that is a 2.5 hour class, and we walk you through A to Z on everything that you need to know about a firearm. And when people leave that class, they feel empowered. They feel like, okay, I've taken the first step. The next step I tell people is even if you don't want concealed carry, let it be the option that you have available. Once you take that 2-day class, and Art can attest to it, we take you through 2 days of focusing on firearm safety, and then we take you to the gun range, and we use a 22 caliber firearm for qualification. A lot of people say that's a baby gun. No, it's not. It's a marksman tool. So you learn the basic principles of marksmanship, and you're not focused on recoil and having a big gun in your hand. And then the last thing that I have to help people overcome their fears, I have a ladies gun club. And it's been 5.5 years now, and we have 615 ladies that have joined the ladies gun club. And I'm gonna tell you, with the exception of 2 of the ladies, 613 came to the gun club and most of them came through my business, if not 550 of them. They were all afraid of guns. So the beauty in this is we walk you through the process from A to Z. We hold your hand, we're in your ear encouraging you, saying you can do this. And in 5.5 years, we have 25 ladies that have gone through this NRA Distinguished Expert Shooter Program. And these are some badass women, excuse my language, but the point is we know what to do. And I have a t-shirt line and a slogan, I'm cute and I can shoot. And that's pretty much what we do. So if you are interested in coming, Bonnie, we will guarantee that you will get over that fear. I can guarantee you that.
Well, okay, you've got me convinced. I'm going to have to take the class. But for anybody else, where can they reach you?
I am on the website. I have a website, jmddefense.com. I'm on Instagram, JMD Defense LLC. And I am on Facebook, JMD Defense. So everything's JMD Defense. And you can find me. I'm in Oak Lawn, right behind Chicago Ridge Mall. And our classes are on the weekend, some are in the evening. But we have pretty much everything that you need. We're a fingerprint agency. We are one-stop shop. You can learn how to clean your gun. I have a class on how to buy a firearm. So we have a lot of things. And we even have a class for ladies on how to draw your firearm. So let me just say this. Men can take our concealed carry classes and our gun cleaning classes as well. So I do want to emphasize that as well.
So I could come too. Cool.
You can come too. Yes, you can.
Can
We'd be
I
happy to have you.
Can I clear up a statement that was told to me by my late grandfather?
Okay.
And I want to see if you can tell me if this is a true statement or a mythical statement. The purpose of having a gun is to not use it. Is that true or is that a myth?
Well, the purpose for guns are for recreational shooting and self-defense. So I think what he's saying is you want to use your brain so that you don't have to use your gun. That's the goal. You don't want, no one wants to kill anybody, but you want to stop a threat. And so that's the goal. And can I do like 2 seconds just to tell you what happened to me? It's a real educational moment. Where I live, there was an intruder that was trying to break into several of our homes on Sunday. And he was under my deck when I realized, and he heard me as my neighbor was kind of telling me in the phone frantically. He was on her deck. We didn't know where he went. And I said, let me run back in the house. I'm gonna get my firearm. Now, the reason I said that was I felt naked on my deck, looking around to see if he was in my backyard. When he came up from under my deck onto the side, I gave him real strong commands, get off of my property, sir, get off of my property. I think he heard me tell my neighbor I was going to get my gun. That's why he emerged from up under my deck. But what I tried to explain to my neighbors is I couldn't just shoot him because he was on my deck. I gave him commands and he didn't come and advance towards me. He left the property. So that's the whole purpose. I felt he scared me. So I'm being real honest. He scared me because I didn't expect he was under my deck, but I didn't feel fearful because I knew I had something that I trained with, that I practiced with on a regular basis that could protect me if he advanced towards me. So that's the whole goal. I didn't want to shoot the man, but if he did come towards me, I would have defended myself if I felt I was in fear.
All right. Well, Javonda Lynn Dunnigan, you have got me. I'm going to be calling you to get into this. Thank you so much, Chat Daddy, for referring Javonda Lynn to us because I have learned so much today.
Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity.
We love you.
Love you so much. You take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, now, guys, you know, I'm getting ready to not be scared. You know that, right?
Please don't be scared.
I'm getting ready to not be scared.
Well, Bonnie, I got all the way up to graduation, was ready, passed everything. And when she said, you know, that about shooting somebody, it made me nervous. And I just didn't put the paperwork in, but I've completed everything. I just had to put my paperwork in.
Oh my goodness.
You just have to know what you're doing. You
You
just
got
can't
to know.
shoot. You can't
Yeah, I
shoot.
do.
It's a certain right. It's a certain situation that you'd be able to shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, now it's time for Bonnie's Choice, guys.
What is your choice for today?
My choice is one of the shortest songs you will ever hear. I think this is like the shortest one. The song's title is For You by Prince. It's from the For You debut album by Prince. It was released on Warner Brothers on April 7th, 1978. All the tracks were started and produced, arranged, composed, and performed by Prince. He was a teenager at
Wow.
the time.
Wow.
Okay. And the song is exactly 1 minute and 6 seconds long. Here we are, For You on Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98.
Music for your soul.
Thank you so much, Drew.
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome back to Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98, Music for Your Soul. We have had a great show, but I'm excited about this young man that is coming on with me today. A good friend, a man that I have known for, I ain't gonna even say
time.
a long time. Long time. Mr. George Wallace. What is up, dude?
I'm so happy to be here, Bonnie. You know I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it because my love for you does not require your permission, okay? And the two young men there, Chat Daddy, and DeShong.
DeShong.
Yeah, DeShong.
Oh, see, I went to night school. DeShong, but it's two names.
Two names.
So why the hell you got them together? There's something wrong with you.
But funny story. It's a last minute name. Drew is my father's middle name, and my mother wanted the Irish spelling of Sean as my first name. So they messed up the birth certificate and everything else. So I have no middle name.
Well, they did mess up your birth certificate. Let me tell you why. Because I'm your real daddy. Okay.
Man.
It's not Williams, it's Wallace, okay? Let's make that
Right. Let's get that straight. Right.
You got Wallace. I'm gonna take it. Harvey gonna be mad.
You ain't gonna get no money though. You can take it. You ain't gonna get no money.
Now, I'm gonna tell you guys, George, we go. I mean, okay, I'm gonna go back. Banks and Company went to Brazil. Okay,
yes.
George went with us to Brazil. All right, we got to Brazil. George had a date, something else back in LA.
No, it was Hawaii.
Was it Hawaii?
Yes.
We got to Brazil on Tuesday. I'm just putting out Tuesday. George's thing was on Thursday. Yes. George left on Wednesday, did his thing on Thursday, and was back in Brazil on Friday.
I'm dedicated. I had so much fun being with, we went to the top of the mountain to the Christ Familia. Is that Christ Familia?
Christ the Redeemer.
The Redeemer, yeah. I love that. And I took a photo with my arms out, stretched across, exactly like the Christ Redeemer. It's the most awesome sight I've ever seen in my life. And to this day, I love traveling. I was up there with Christ. That's how high. This is higher, 12 times higher than the Empire State Building above sea level in Brazil. And I was with Christ. And then about 5 hours later, I was back down on the beach with those little pretty girls taking my credit card. We call it the office. You ever seen those Brazilian girls? I was pretty bad down there.
Yes, you were. But we're not going to talk about that now.
But it's good to be with you, buddy, and I thank you for having me on. I'm coming to Chicago Friday and Saturday, August 19th and 20th. Not only me, it's going to be the Old Tom Joyner Morning Show, Myra J. and J. Anthony Black. Is that his last name?
No, it's Brown, baby.
Well, he's black to me, J. Anthony Black. But, so we're going to have some fun, and we hope we get to talk about each other's mother. We don't do that, and people get angry with us. Can you believe that? You only talk about each other's mom. I said, we have new things. We moved on. And it's just, I just can't talk about his mom anymore, even though I'm already Christmas shopping for her. And
you know what? Y'all started that mess, and you can't end it at all.
I want to stop it because I can't continue to do it. And it's just, people go crazy. And people say they don't get out of the car. When we used to do Tom Joyner, they said, we have to wait till you're finished. But we coming to Chicago, Myra J., myself, J. Anthony Brown, and we're going to be in Islip, over there where all the dead people are. Islip? Alsip. Yeah, where they're moving dead people around. They dig them up. Hey,
You know,
Chuckles, what's the name of the comedy club? Riddles. Listen to me. This is a
it's
true
the Riddle
story.
Company Club.
Myra J., who's from Chicago, they buried her mama in Assaf, whatever that place is.
Alpha.
And we went to visit. We tried to find her grave, and we couldn't find it. And then as we were leaving, there's a pile of dirt over in the corner. And I saw one bone sticking out. I said, Myra.
You stupid.
Uh-uh.
No, you ain't.
That's your mama.
You know you're wrong.
I know I'm wrong, but I'm stupid. But that's what it's all about. And Chicago, you owe it to yourself. Come to Riddles, and it's a beautiful club, and we're gonna have some fun. You guys got to come out. Be my guest, okay? Guys got to come out and have some fun. And Bonnie, you got to get up on stage and tell some jokes. So I'm gonna make you work. I'm gonna make Sybil work. Make Gene Sparrow work, and put all y'all to work. You never know what's gonna happen.
Well, you know, you get the three of us together, and you got the dynamite trio of women, from Tom Joyner to Doug Banks. You know, we got it.
Right. Yeah.
Just favorite people. I am so blessed. Chat and DeShong, you are so blessed to work with this. How the hell you pronounce the name DeShong?
DeShong. Yeah, everyone calls me Drew. Everyone calls me Drew.
You guys are so lucky to be working with a wonderful lady that taught us so much about radio. And you stick with her, you will learn. She will teach you the right way. How about
Yeah.
You know, George, you're gonna get that money when I'll sell it to you.
Well, hey, we can make this happen, but we will be at Riddles, and we have nothing but fun. We're going all over the country. I don't know where you guys are, but we got. This is just a tester, so therefore we're coming back. Now, let me tell you guys the truth. We're actually just coming to Chicago to go to Portillo's. That's the only reason. Dip it twice, dump it, soak it twice.
Yes, baptized.
Oh, is that the word?
Yes, baptized.
Baptize my son. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, baptize it.
Eat it with a fork. Now, I'll tell you what, the chocolate cake milkshake, that's not me. But they got a salad. Oh, you know what they got there? They got a strawberry shortcake. Oh, my God, is that the best strawberry shortcake?
No, the chocolate cake is the cake, George. I'm sorry. That double dipped in chocolate cake, look, it's almost as good as you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that sounds personal.
I'm almost about to stand up, and you know I ain't got nothing on but my drawers. But Chicago, if you can't laugh in Chicago, you can't laugh anywhere. I'm telling you, I've had some of my greatest jokes in Chicago, and the people are lovely there. What I like about Chicago, the coldest day I've ever worked was in Chicago. Do you know those ladies had those mink coats, and the men had on their mink coats, and they came out, we were sold out. That's one good thing about Chicago. They love to laugh and have fun, and they love to eat.
Chicago. Lord, George, you got me calling you Chicago. George, how long have you been in business as a comedian?
47 years. I started in June 1976. Me and a little white boy, we started together same day. His name is Stein. What's that boy name? Stein something.
Seinfeld.
That's it. We started the same day. And my best friend, everybody knows, I'm the real George DeShong. Did you know that, chat? I'm the roommate for 13 years.
Wow.
I'm the best man at his wedding. Wow. I'm also the father of his kids, just like I'm the father.
He is killing it.
I'm not kidding. I'm just talking. Oh, did y'all hear me cussing this week? Did y'all get to hear me cuss this week?
Yes, no. I did. I did. I want to let you know.
Cuss this week.
Oh, I heard him. I heard him.
And I'm a Christian comedian.
You a Christian comedian?
Go ahead, DeShong.
When I tell you, when I heard him cuss this week on the video that he did with Pierre, I had to pull my car over and cry a good 15 minutes because the way he broke down the last name Smith, I'm never going to laugh like that ever again. Never. Never.
Thank you so much. But as I'm talking about those Smiths, and after those Smiths, Smith happens to be the #1 name in America. Did you know that?
That's right.
There are more Smiths than anywhere else. So to hell with all of the Smiths. Now I've gotten down to, I'm going to blow them to smithereens. I hate all the Smiths. The locksmith, the blacksmiths, I hate them all. You know what I'm saying? So I got those Smiths in there now. Blow them to smithereens. And the people, those smart-ass people, to change the name to S-M-Y, Smythe, you're still a Smith. And the hell with you too, Smythe.
Folks, this is just a little bit, and this is normal for him. This isn't even him on stage. This is normal. So you got my girl Myra J. So
Yes.
y'all, she is just as funny as heck. She may look like she's sophisticated and whatever, but the girl is fun.
Sometimes we call it two devils and an angel, and we don't know who the devil is. We don't know who the angel is.
Yes, that's what it is. You
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
who the
trying to say.
angel is.
Yeah.
So,
But
George, you're
yes.
going to be there on the 19th and 20th. There's two shows, one at 8 and one at 10:30. And make sure
10:30?
Yeah, that's what it said right here on the piece.
Didn't I just tell you I made it 6 years old? Hell, I'll be in bed 4 hours before 10:30.
Well, you may be in bed, but they're
You
going to
may be
take
in the
that bed
bed.
and put it on stage.
Right.
That's cool too. Are you both young comedians?
They aren't comedians, but they funny as hell.
I'm just a fool.
You
I
just
can't.
a fool?
I'm just me.
Well, that's cool. But you have smiles on your face, and you have that look that makes people happy already, and that's what life is all about. When you walk into a room and people are happy already, that's what I like about living. When I see happy people, it makes me happier. I just love life. I'm so blessed. You guys have no idea how blessed I am, and I thank God every day for what I do, because basically all I do is lie. I just love lying.
I'm sorry.
I just love lying.
It is what it is.
Hey, life is a lie. I could go down the line. I was thinking today how everything is a lie. Does anybody know anybody ever won a Publishers Clearinghouse? It's a lie.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. One of my former neighbors.
Would you shut the hell up and go along with the joke? Just go along with the joke. It's always one in the group. I'm a time. But let's go with another lie. Here's another lie. Why do we have Bibles in the courtroom? That's why we're here in the first place. Somebody here is telling a lie, right?
Right.
So everything you look in life is a lie. Growing up, they told us if you drink coffee, it'll make you black. That's a lie. You could just go down the line. They used to tell us to clean our ears with Q-tips. Don't do that no more. I got a whole list of them. I got them on my legal pad. I'm writing jokes right now.
Lord have mercy. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how they come to you, but you've been blessed. You've been tipped by God to bring that comedy to
Listen to me. I'm different. I don't play by the rules. I've told people time and time in Chicago, I don't play by the rules. People know I'll eat cupcakes out of a pan and pancakes out of a cup. I don't play by the rules, okay? You need to know that. Okay, I'll eat
Can I
French
ask you
toast.
something?
Go ahead.
What is the greatest your mama joke you ever told throughout your entire career?
It's probably, and I'm going to tell you this, DeShong. When you get home, you tell your mama they caught that rapist so she can stop sleeping naked at night with the window open.
Oh.
Now you asked for it. Asked for it.
I walked right into it.
You walked into it. Your mouth was open when you did too. You know that, right?
I walked right into it.
Now I've been writing some new ones. Now the new one is on Jonathan Brown. Like I told him, I've been Christmas shopping for his mama, and she's in the outdoors world. She's into sports, so I like to go to that world's largest sporting goods store. I think it's called Rick's. What is it called?
Dick's.
Dick's. That's one. You get a bag with Dick's on the side. You walked into that one.
I walked in it with both feet and arms.
But it is true, that's the name of the sporting goods store. I don't know how they get away with that,
You can get away with it. I mean, it's just
and I was just in Dick's the other day.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gone.
You were in that other day?
Yes, I'm taking golf lessons, so I had to go get a golf club.
So you going in there to get a golf club and the store says Dick's.
George, we get ready to go.
I know they got balls.
All kind of balls.
Just swing at it. That's all you gotta do.
Hard balls, little balls, soft balls, baseballs.
Yeah.
White balls, blue balls, orange balls.
Chat, I assume you work at Home Depot during the day, huh?
Wow. I'm sorry.
Hey, I should come on with you guys more. You guys are lots of fun, my friend. Lots of fun.
You know we love you, but George, we got to go. So we got to tell everybody, August 19th and 20th, Show times are 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. You can go to Riddles Comedy Club.com or whatever it is. Just go. It's in Alsip on 111th Street.
This is 5155 111th Street, and you'll have some fun when you get there. Yes.
And you know it's down. It's about 10 minutes from me.
That's from by near the cemetery. They got more. All those people can't be dead in that cemetery. They got more cemeteries out there. I ain't never seen that many cemeteries on every corner.
Yeah.
And I was just driving and going, are all these people dead out here?
Well, one of them will get up and tell you, no, George, I'm okay.
Yo, I bet in Chicago.
Well, George, we can't wait to see you next weekend. We'll be there, and I can't wait. So, and I get my hug from you.
Okay, thank you. And all the church people come out, because I'll be talking about the preachers and all of the church people. And church people like to laugh too. Believe it or not, church people love to laugh. I'm George Wallace. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
And we love you. Bye, George.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, George.
Okay.
See you.
I can't wait to get off this damn station. I can't stand them.
Oh, God, you can't
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man. Well, guys, before we got to, I think we got enough time for Chat's choice. So, Chat, let's get it in.
Well, real quick, my choice is Funking for Jamaica by Tom Brown, one of my favorite songs. I think it's a perfect song for this time of year. And here we go, Tom Brown's Funking for Jamaica.
Well, folks, it is time for Bonnie's Eye to close out for today. I mean, that was a good one. George Wallace was great. And your Funking for Jamaica was good too.
Thank you.
I wish I was on one of them beaches.
That's right. You and Dexter.
Yeah. You
and Dexter.
What was his name? Saint Jacques.
Saint Jacques, trying to get your groove back in Jamaica.
Get my groove back on. Find it.
Well, like she need to be with a Winston or Winston St. Croix or something like that.
Oh,
I kind of like that.
Winston St. Croix.
Oh, that sounds like a drink I've had on a cruise. Or was that a bartender I had on a cruise? Okay, I'm sorry.
Right. Okay.
I am an adolescent, for God's sake.
Well, guys, it's been great talking to you guys today. I know that the Bud Billiken, Drew, have fun at the Bud Billiken and at the taping tonight. Chat Daddy, the Real Chat Daddy, tell them where they can find your show, Chat.
The Real Chat Daddy Show, Monday through Wednesday, Facebook, YouTube, 7 p.m. Central Time. For more information about yours truly, please visit therealchatdaddy.com. Therealchatdaddy.com.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for some more.
Yeah.
And I'll be out and about. So until next week and next time, we want you to keep your eye to the sky. This is Bonnie's Eye on Jam 98, Music for Your Soul.
Ooh, it's bright. I'm looking at the sky.